Welcome to the Unseen Shelf. Today we are going to introduce Intellectual Conversations Made Easy, Volume 3. What is the boundary between reality and illusion? This book explores the structure of the reality we live in and its connection to illusion. The author argues that what we perceive as reality is constructed through various frameworks, and that illusion plays a fundamental role in shaping this reality. Understanding the boundary between reality and illusion is not just a philosophical exercise. It is a transformative way to see life and the world anew. Let's get started. Part 1 introduces the structure of reality of the world we live in. Chapter 1 explores what is reality. Reality is not limited to the tangible, physical world. It includes what we perceive, the social constructs we collectively agree upon, and the interpretations we assign to these constructs. Reality, therefore, is multilayered, combining the objective, what exists independently of us, and the subjective, what we individually or collectively perceive and believe. Social reality is a particularly important layer of this structure. Unlike the objective world, social reality is built on shared human agreements that give intangible concepts real power over our lives. Systems like laws, economies, and institutions are examples of constructs that govern society and enable large-scale cooperation. For example, money is one of the most vivid illustrations of social reality. At its core, money is nothing more than paper, coins, or even digital code. Its value does not exist inherently, but relies entirely on a collective belief that it can be exchanged for goods and services. This shared trust allows global economies to function. However, the fragility of this trust is evident in times of financial crisis. As a historical case, the hyperinflation of the Weimar Republic in the 1920s serves as a stark reminder. As trust in the German mark collapsed, people needed wheelbarrows full of currency to purchase basic goods, revealing the instability of money when its social foundation erodes. The author emphasizes that much of what we perceive as real is often taken for granted. These are systems and concepts that feel solid and immutable, but are, in fact, sustained only by collective agreement. Recognizing this allows us to question these constructs and understand their influence on our lives. Chapter 2 explores frameworks for interpreting reality. To make sense of reality's complexity, the author introduces three distinct frameworks through which reality is interpreted. First, objective reality. Objective reality refers to the physical world that exists independently of human perception. It includes natural laws, geological formations, biological processes, and physical objects. This is the world as it is, regardless of human thought or belief. For instance, a mountain exists whether or not it is observed. Second, subjective reality. Subjective reality encompasses how individuals perceive the world through their senses, thoughts, and emotions. This is a deeply personal lens, shaped by each person's unique experiences, biases, and internal states. Two people observing the same mountain might experience it very differently. One may see it as a symbol of beauty and adventure, while the other may view it as an obstacle or a threat. 3. Collective reality. Collective reality is built on shared beliefs and agreements among people. It includes cultural norms, societal values, and abstract constructs like laws, governments, and currencies. These shared constructs allow humans to cooperate on a massive scale and organize complex societies. For example, a nation is a prime example of collective reality. Nations do not physically exist in the way mountains or rivers do. They are ideas supported by shared belief. Borders are human-drawn lines on a map, and symbols like flags are imbued with meaning only because people agree to assign value to them. Yet, this shared belief is so powerful that it motivates millions of people to feel loyalty, make sacrifices, or even go to war. The author stresses that reality is not experienced through these frameworks in isolation, but as an intricate interplay of all three. Objective reality provides the foundation upon which our perceptions and constructs are built. Subjective reality shapes how we individually interpret and engage with the world. Collective reality governs large-scale human behavior and societal structures. As an example, consider climate change. Objective reality. Rising global temperatures and melting ice caps are measurable physical phenomena. Subjective reality. Individuals experience climate change differently based on their location, personal values, and exposure to its effects. A farmer in a drought-stricken region might see it as an existential threat, while someone in an unaffected area might view it as distant or abstract. Collective reality. Society's response is shaped by shared beliefs, political ideologies, and economic priorities. Concepts like carbon footprint and sustainability emerge as collective constructs to address the crisis, motivating action or, in some cases, denial. This example illustrates how reality can be understood only when these three frameworks are considered together. Ignoring one leads to an incomplete understanding of the issues at hand. Unpacking reality for empowerment. The author's key argument is that understanding reality through these frameworks is empowering. Recognizing the layered nature of reality allows individuals to see how their perceptions are shaped by subjective experiences and collective agreements. This understanding creates opportunities for questioning, reinterpreting, and reshaping the systems and beliefs that govern our lives. Economic inequality is another example. Economic systems are a blend of objective, subjective, and collective realities. Objectively, resources like land, minerals, and labor exist. Subjectively, people interpret their economic circumstances based on their experiences, often framing them as fair or unjust. Collectively, the belief in systems like capitalism or socialism determines how resources are distributed. Recognizing this interplay enables individuals to question economic disparities and advocate for change. Part 2 introduces the role of illusion, the force that shapes reality. Chapter 1 talks about why illusion is important. The author argues that illusion is not simply about falsehood or deception. It is a cornerstone of human civilization. Illusions or shared beliefs about abstract concepts have enabled humanity to create order, assign meaning to life, and cooperate on an unprecedented scale. While illusions lack physical existence, their influence is tangible and transformative. They serve as tools that help us transcend individual limitations and achieve collective progress. Example, the concept of justice demonstrates how illusion shapes reality. Justice does not exist as a physical entity. It is an abstract idea. Yet, belief in justice underpins legal systems, guiding laws, courts, and societal behavior. This shared faith ensures that societies maintain moral and social order. For instance, the Universal Declaration of Human Rights is a product of the belief in justice and equality, inspiring global efforts to protect human dignity. Illusion, far from being a weakness, is a vital force that constructs and sustains the realities we inhabit. Without shared illusions, the large-scale cooperation that defines human civilization would be impossible. The author emphasizes that humans are unique in their ability to imagine and act upon these shared myths, distinguishing us from other species. Example, money is another powerful illusion. Its value is entirely dependent on collective belief. A $100 bill is just paper, yet it can command labor, goods, and services because of the shared agreement about its worth. This belief enables complex economic systems to function, facilitating trade, commerce, and global markets. However, when this belief is shaken, as seen in historical cases of hyperinflation, entire economies can collapse. By framing illusion as a foundational tool, the author invites readers to reconsider their understanding of reality. Rather than dismiss illusions as mere falsehoods, we must recognize their essential role in creating order and enabling progress. Chapter 2 talks about religion and ideology as illusions. Religion and ideology are two of the most powerful forms of illusion, profoundly shaping human thought, behavior, and societies for centuries. They operate by constructing shared beliefs that give meaning to life, define morality, and guide collective actions. First, religion as an illusion. Religion is built on the belief in gods, spiritual realms, or transcendent entities. These beliefs, while intangible, have provided comfort, moral direction, and a sense of purpose to billions of people throughout history. Example, concepts like heaven and hell, present in many religious traditions, have been used to encourage moral behavior by promising rewards or punishments in the afterlife. For instance, Christianity's teaching of salvation through faith and good deeds has guided the actions of its followers for centuries, inspiring acts of charity and fostering communal harmony. Similarly, the Buddhist notion of karma motivates ethical living by linking actions in this life to consequences in future lives. Religions also create rituals and symbols that reinforce their belief systems. A cross, a mosque, or a sacred chant may not have inherent power, but they derive immense significance from shared faith. These symbols and practices foster unity, giving people a sense of belonging and identity. At the same time, the author notes that religion's reliance on illusion can lead to rigidity and dogmatism. When beliefs are treated as absolute truths, they can justify exclusion, discrimination, and even violence. Second, ideology as an illusion. Modern ideologies such as capitalism, democracy, and socialism function similarly to religions. They provide frameworks for organizing societies and influencing human behavior by creating shared visions of how the world should operate. Like religion, ideologies depend on collective belief to sustain their power. The Cold War is a striking illustration of how ideological illusions can shape history. The conflict between capitalism and communism was not merely a competition of economic systems, but a battle between two worldviews. Capitalism, driven by the illusion of free markets and individual liberty, promised wealth and opportunity. Communism, rooted in the illusion of class equality and collective ownership, promised an end to exploitation. These ideologies, while abstract, motivated nations, shaped policies and justified global conflicts for decades. Each side framed itself as the bearer of truth, leading to massive propaganda efforts, arms races, and proxy wars. The eventual collapse of the Soviet Union demonstrated the fragility of collective belief when an ideology loses its credibility. The author highlights that while ideologies are essential for organizing societies, they are not absolute truths. Recognizing their constructed nature allows us to engage with them critically, preventing blind adherence and fostering adaptability. Both religion and ideology exemplify the dual nature of illusion. On one hand, they provide meaning, inspire cooperation, and enable societal progress. On the other hand, they can lead to conflict, oppression, and stagnation when treated as immutable truths. Religion has often inspired profound acts of compassion and selflessness, such as the establishment of hospitals, schools, and charities by faith-based organizations. However, it has also justified events like the Crusades, the Inquisition, and religious extremism. Similarly, capitalism has driven innovation and raised living standards, but has also exacerbated inequality and environmental degradation. The author argues that understanding the role of illusion is essential for navigating its complexities. By recognizing that illusions are human constructs, we can embrace their benefits while remaining vigilant against their potential harms. The author concludes that illusions are neither inherently good nor bad. They are tools that shape the reality we live in. Whether it is religion, ideology, or abstract concepts like justice and freedom, illusions enable humans to cooperate, innovate, and progress. However, their power lies in our ability to critically engage with them. Blind faith in illusions can lead to rigidity and harm, but a nuanced understanding allows us to use them constructively. By recognizing the illusions that govern our lives, we gain the freedom to question, reinterpret, and reshape the systems and beliefs we participate in. This critical awareness is not only empowering but essential for building a more adaptable and equitable society. Part 3 explores the boundary between reality and illusion. What should we choose? Chapter 1 is about the power to change reality. The relationship between reality and illusion is not static. It is dynamic and reciprocal. The author argues that understanding this relationship grants individuals the ability to shape their own lives and influence collective outcomes. Illusions, far from being mere deceptions, are powerful tools that guide human action and inspire transformative change. When wielded wisely, they can motivate individuals and societies to achieve extraordinary progress. Beliefs and the actions they inspire are central to this process. What people collectively accept as true can reshape reality itself, creating systems, movements, and paradigms that alter the course of history. Environmental movements demonstrate how shared illusions could drive real-world change. The belief in the necessity to protect the Earth is a collective construct rooted in the idea of stewardship. While the planet exists objectively and independently of human perception, the notion that humans have a responsibility to care for it is an illusion, a shared agreement. This belief inspires actions such as recycling programs, emission reduction efforts, and policies aimed at sustainability. Global agreements like the Paris Climate Accord are built upon this shared understanding, even though the concept of saving the planet is abstract and symbolic. Without this collective belief, coordinated action against climate change would be nearly impossible. The author emphasizes that such movements highlight the transformative power of illusions, which can mobilize individuals and nations to address complex global challenges. The abolitionist movement in the 19th century was similarly driven by the shared belief in human equality, a principle that was far from universally accepted at the time. By promoting the illusion of inherent equality, abolitionists reshaped societal norms, leading to the end of slavery in many parts of the world. The author underscores that illusions are not fixed. They evolve with human values and understanding. This adaptability allows illusions to remain relevant, inspiring action and fostering progress. Chapter 2 is about seeing beyond illusion. Understanding illusion does not mean rejecting it entirely. Instead, it involves recognizing its constructed nature and learning to use it thoughtfully. The author emphasizes that illusions are necessary for human life, as they provide meaning, direction, and cohesion. However, problems arise when illusions are mistaken for absolute truths, leading to dogmatism or disillusionment when they fail to deliver on unrealistic expectations. Necessary but flexible, illusions like justice, happiness, and success are vital for guiding human behavior, but they must be understood as tools rather than immutable truths. Avoiding pitfalls, blind adherence to illusions can lead to harm, such as fanaticism, exploitation, or the inability to adapt when circumstances change. Happiness is a deeply personal and culturally shaped illusion. It varies widely among individuals and societies, reflecting subjective values and aspirations. Despite its subjective nature, the pursuit of happiness is a powerful motivator. For some, happiness might mean achieving professional success. For others, it could involve personal relationships, spiritual fulfillment, or creative expression. While the definition of happiness differs, its pursuit drives people to set goals, improve themselves, and find meaning in their lives. Without the concept of happiness, life might feel directionless. Even if happiness itself is elusive or temporary, the process of striving for it fosters growth, resilience, and fulfillment. The author provides practical guidance for navigating the boundary between reality and illusion. Question and reflect. Recognize that many aspects of life are shaped by shared beliefs and constructs. Ask questions like, why do I believe this? Is this belief serving me, or is it holding me back? How does this belief shape my actions and relationships? Example, a person might grow up believing that financial success is the key to happiness. By questioning this illusion, they may discover that their true fulfillment lies in creative pursuits or meaningful relationships. Use illusions constructively. Once illusions are understood, they can be wielded as tools for positive change. The author emphasizes the importance of embracing illusions that align with personal and collective values while remaining open to reinterpreting or discarding those that no longer serve their purpose. Example, the illusion of national pride has historically been used both positively and negatively. While it can unite people to work toward common goals, it can also foster exclusion or hostility toward others. By focusing on inclusive and constructive expressions of this illusion, such as pride in cultural achievements or efforts to improve society, it becomes a force for good. Recognize illusions in others. Understanding that others are also guided by their own illusions fosters empathy and reduces conflict. It helps us see beyond surface-level disagreements to the underlying beliefs and motivations that shape behavior. Broader implications of understanding illusions. The ability to discern and navigate illusions has profound implications for personal and societal growth. Empowerment. By recognizing that many constraints are socially constructed, individuals can challenge and change them. Flexibility. Understanding illusions as tools rather than truths fosters adaptability in the face of change. Collaboration. Acknowledging the diversity of illusions allows for more inclusive and empathetic interactions. Historical example, the civil rights movement in the United States illustrates the power of challenging and reinterpreting illusions. The belief in racial superiority was a socially constructed illusion that sustained systems of inequality. By exposing this illusion and replacing it with a vision of equality and civil rights, activists reshaped societal norms and advanced justice. The author concludes by urging readers to approach illusions with both respect and skepticism. Illusions are essential for creating meaning and organizing human life, but they must be understood as constructs rather than ultimate truths. This awareness allows individuals to wield illusions constructively, using them to inspire growth, cooperation, and progress while avoiding the pitfalls of rigidity and dogmatism. By recognizing the boundary between reality and illusion, we gain the freedom to reshape our beliefs, redefine our goals, and contribute to a more thoughtful and adaptable society. The power to change reality lies not in abandoning illusions, but in choosing them wisely and using them to create a better world. Finalizing Intellectual Conversations Made Easy, Volume 3. The ultimate insight of Volume 3 is that life's meaning and direction are not given. They are created. By reflecting on the constructs that shape our world and questioning their validity, we can take an active role in designing a more thoughtful, adaptable, and fulfilling reality. The boundary between reality and illusion is not a divide to fear, but a space of potential where transformation begins. The book closes with a hopeful call to live not passively within the constructs of the world, but to engage with them thoughtfully, critically, and creatively, crafting a reality that reflects both our individual aspirations and collective humanity. The author's central message is clear. Reality is not a fixed entity, but a layered construct, built upon shared beliefs and agreements. Illusions, far from being deceptive or trivial, are the tools that have allowed humanity to create meaning, foster cooperation, and achieve progress. Whether it's the abstract concepts of justice, love, or happiness, or the collective frameworks of religion, ideology, or money, these illusions have shaped history and continue to define our existence. Here are key takeaways. Awareness of reality's complexity. Understanding reality requires seeing it through multiple lenses: objective, subjective, and collective. By recognizing that much of what we take for granted is shaped by shared beliefs, we can begin to question and redefine the systems we live within. The power of illusion. Illusions are not weaknesses but strengths when used wisely. They give life purpose and direction, motivating individuals and societies to strive for growth and change. However, when illusions are mistaken for absolute truths, they can lead to rigidity, conflict, and harm. The freedom to choose. At the boundary between reality and illusion lies the power to choose what we believe in and act upon. By critically engaging with the illusions that shape us, we gain the freedom to reinterpret, adapt, and reshape them in ways that align with our values and goals. Thank you for your time, and please feel free to leave your comment or anything you would like to suggest or discuss. We will see you again with the next book. Appreciate your subscription and like. Thank you.